everybody. Candace and I are here again in our second sprint of the winter, and it's only, what's the date?
February 2nd.
We're killing it. We're on a roll.
We're doing good.
Mm-hmm. Loving the momentum. That was one of my goals for this year, is to do more writing sprints, and it's like only the beginning of February, and we've already done it, so that's amazing.
We're accomplishing the goal together.
Yes, exactly. I am so glad that Candace does this with me. So, Candace, what are we working on today? Esther or the other one?
No, the other one. Lately I've just been focusing on that one. I kept switching back and forth between projects before, and like I could kind of do it and enjoy it, but I think right now I want to just focus on my first project, see if I can figure it out a little bit more before I divert my attention again to my Esther project.
Nice. I respect it. I am working on just pre-writing stuff, so what you're doing sounds like way more exciting than what I'm doing. I'm jealous. I wish I could just like sink my teeth into a story right now, but I'm still in the phase of like working through whether or not I know my characters. I know them, so I'm trying to just like write some of the more difficult scenes and see if they play the way I think they should play, because like as I have it right now, I'm not sure if my arcs are going to work for my characters, or like if their struggles are going to work. So I'm trying to see if it like, I don't know, if it plays, if it takes.
Yeah, it's tricky.
And especially when it's like I haven't spent a ton of time with these characters yet, so like I'm not, like, I don't know, I feel like normally going into a story I'm more prepared with how well I know my character, but this time it's like I'm still in the awkward like getting to know them phase. So
yeah, though I can relate a little bit to that in the sense that, so I'm going back and like kind of rewriting / like heavy editing. Yeah, I don't know. It would probably be more like rewriting. A lot of parts that I don't like. And one of the biggest parts that I don't like is my main guy character. And like I liked parts of him before, but I just, at the beginning I kind of had this picture like this is what he's kind of like, you know, these are some elements of his personality. And then I going back and reading how I wrote him before, and I'm like, that is not at all how I wanted him to be. Like,
yeah,
he just really fell flat. And so now I feel like I have to get to know him again and like rewrite him, and like how, okay, no, the way he acted before in this scene, total garbage. Don't do that again. Like, let's try this again. Try again, or try again me, I guess, writing him. But yeah, so I can relate a little bit to that.
That's the worst. It's not your fault, Candace. It's his fault. He needs to figure himself out, and then you can write him.
Exactly.
Don't blame the writer.
I'm just the messenger.
Yeah, exactly. Where do you want to start? Do you want to start with like a longer one, or do you want to like get into it a bit first? Does our viewer have input as to how much time you want to do?
I feel like I always decide our first one. So you decide our first one this time.
But here's the thing, I'm doing like short stuff, so like I can work with whatever time period, but like you're actually trying to get into a scene, so like how much time do you need to do that? I don't want you to just start and then us cut you off, because that's no fun.
Oh, okay, that's fair. I don't know. Maybe we can start with a shorter one. I'm okay with that, because it usually takes me a few minutes to kind of get into it and like get the gears turning. Especially this scene, I've been mulling it over for a while and just like pushing off writing it because I don't know what I'm gonna do. So it might take me the 15 minutes to figure out what I'm gonna do, and then when we actually start the next one, it'll be good.
Fair. So that's 15 then?
Yeah, sure.
It's a solid on 15? Okay.
I'm solid on that.
Nice. Okay, we will see how this goes, and then maybe do a longer one after this. Ready, set, write.
by fast.
I know, it did. It really did. How did it go for you?
It was pretty good. I just kind of like started writing, even though I still didn't exactly know how it's gonna happen, and then like let it. Like I needed to come up with a plan for her to get something done, and I was like, I should come up with the plan beforehand so that I know what to write. But instead, I was just like, I'll just come up with the plan as she comes up with the plan, and it worked.
Nice. Oh, sorry.
But it's better than the other one, trust me. The other one really makes you jump.
What was it last time? It wasn't on the birds.
It was like this siren or something, like a horn or something.
Yeah, it was really obnoxious. I remember that. So we switched it to the birds. This is an improvement. Trust us. It's way more serene. But yeah. I should have warned you. My bad. But that's good. That sounds like it was productive for you, Candace.
Mm-hmm. How about for you?
Like it was fine. I was expecting to get further, but as is the case with me, I always like underestimate how many words it will take me to get from A to B. So like I still have a long way to go before I get to like where I want to be.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay though. I feel like I'm getting into it. Yeah, take our word for it. It was bad before. What about you guys? What are you working on? Was that productive for you? And would you be down to go a little bit longer this time? I'm feeling it.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Definitely.
I'm working on a scene that involves my magic system right now, which is interesting because I'm not used to having like a hardcore like defined magic system. This is kind of my first time doing that. So that has been kind of interesting to like get a feel for that a little bit. And like even in pre-writing, it's nice with pre-writing because you don't have to worry about getting everything perfectly. Like I can be writing something and like, oh, this isn't gonna last, or like this is just for right now, or I don't know how this works, but you just like you get it all out. It's oh, let's do it. Huzzah.
Exactly.
Huzzah.
I love that word.
That makes me think of Eugene.
Yeah.
How long do you want to do?
Ooh, nice. Probably we can go straight to like a 25 or 30-minute one.
Okay, that works for me.
I'm good with that, at least. Writing a story. Ooh, nice.
134 words during the sprint. I'm writing a story that I started last month. I thought it would be a short story, but I had other plans. Yeah, I feel that. Short stories are just like that mythical creature that I don't think I could find or pull off. Like every story that I try to come up with always just like balloons into something bigger than I want it to be. But that's exciting. So is it like full novel length, what you're working on now, or will it be like a novella kind of idea? Or is the story still figuring that out? It hasn't told you yet, maybe.
Yeah, you're not sure yet. So is a novella just like a small novel? Like I should know.
I think there's like a specific like word. I'm gonna look it up. There's a cutoff for what makes a novella.
Oh, okay.
This is something that I would like to know. It runs between 20,000 and 50,000 words.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't quite hit the 50,000 mark, but it's like, I guess, big enough that it's not just a short story.
Yeah, like it looks like the average is around 30,000. I'm just wondering like what that would actually look like. Like I'm not sure that I've ever read a novella. Oh, Brandon Sanderson has some little novellas that I've read. They're actually small. Like the books themselves are small, so it's hard to get a gauge for like how big the book would look if it was like a normal size. Oh, okay. We have conclusive answers here. Short story over 1,000 words, usually less than 10,000. Oh, novelette. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Me neither. Okay. And novella. Cool. Okay, cool.
Thank you for sharing your knowledge.
Yeah.
Okay, Bethany says, I expect it to turn into a full novel, but we'll see. It passed 5,000 words that sprint. So, nice. Okay. Nice. Wow, 5,000 words in. That's so exciting.
Yeah.
Or whatever you want. Don't let words tell you what to do. Yes, exactly. I feel like it's very easy to get like caught up in that, especially depending on what genre you're working in. There are like genre conventions for different stories, but I don't know. I feel like especially in like the early writing process, like I could not think about word counts while doing that. Like we just have to get the story out. So I am very excited that you are over 5,000 words. That's awesome. And on that note, shall we do 25, Candace, or 30?
Nah, heck with it. Let's do 30.
30 it is. Nice.
Okay.
Okay. Hopefully this is productive for everybody. Good luck.
Mm-hmm.
Happy writing. Hopefully that didn't scare anybody this time. I feel like I feel like that didn't shock me, but maybe I was just watching the clock more than everybody else. Or did that feel long for you, Candace, or like too quick?
30 minutes long? No, it like flew by.
That's good. That means you were working. Oh, nice. Okay. You were expecting it. Good. I don't want to like give you a heart attack, so that is excellent.
Nice.
Were you productive, Candace? That's a good
No,
sign.
it was good. I think I can relate to what you were saying about you just underestimating how many words it takes to get to a certain point. Because I really thought, like, based on how fast this felt and like how productive it felt, I really thought I would be much farther in the scene than I am. But whatever, I can't complain. I'm still making progress. I feel a lot better about it than I was before, so.
Okay, well, that's good. No problem. Yeah, we don't want to cause any health issues. This is supposed to be chill.
Nice. Wow, good.
188 words. Nice. Oh my gosh. So that was like you did that in like 13 minutes. Nice.
That's impressive.
Camp. Is that like normal for you? Like, is that your typical pace? Because that's like, wow, that's impressive. Very productive. 304 words.
That's good.
Okay, sweet. No worries, Bethany. Wow. Oh, that's awesome. That sounds like it was really productive for you guys.
It's normal. Nice. You got a good pace going.
Ooh, champ. I hope that I can attain that one day where I can consistently pound out 600 words in 13 minutes.
No kidding.
I'm curious to know what I've accomplished in that sprint.
Yeah, me too. I feel like I was a little bit all over the place. I was in different. I went back a couple paragraphs and fixed some stuff, so I don't know if I'd count that.
Yeah, fair. I can't remember where I ended.
Me neither. Oh wait, no. No, on the time. Okay, this is maybe not quite right. 5:16. Okay.
Whoa, nice.
Not too bad then.
I feel like the number I got is wrong.
Oh.
Maybe I'm starting from the wrong place. I got 1,290.
What?
But that feels like a stretch. I don't really know how I could have accomplished that.
That's a lot. I mean, you could have. Who knows?
The soft yes on 1290. It could be false.
Nice.
Take that with a grain of salt.
Oh man, it's more.
Actually, but you're more zoned in. Okay.
No, that makes sense.
I totally get that.
Mhm. Oh man, it makes sense. It does make sense.
We got you.
I totally get the zoned in. That's what I was this past time because I like looked. I checked the timer. I was like, I'm gonna be ready this time, and there were 7 minutes left. I was like, okay, 7 minutes is I can get a little bit done still. And then it seemed like a snap of a finger, and the timer was going off. So
darn.
That's okay.
5:16. No, that is not bad. That's
good.
Great. I heard, I forget, maybe it was in one of his like online lectures, but I know Brandon Sanderson talks about his writing routine and like interruptions. Mm-hmm. And I forget how long he said it takes, if it's like 15 minutes or if it's like half an hour. Like there's like a certain point where you get in the zone. Mm-hmm. Then as soon as you get interrupted, you like go back to the beginning and then have to like find that zone again. So it's like for him, he like guards his writing time like fiercely and gets his wife to like guard it for him and make sure he's not interrupted because it just like slows everything down so much, which is very. But then with writing sprints, you're like constantly stopping. So I don't really know, like that. This probably wouldn't work for him.
Yeah, I guess. But I wonder if it's like, does that count in the sense that we're still kind of staying in the right focus? It's not like we're being interrupted by like a phone call or like I have to go, I don't know, like eat a meal, have a separate conversation that has nothing to do with writing. Maybe it is kind of different.
That's fair. That could be. We're staying in the same like approximate headspace.
Yeah.
But I like that idea of like, yeah, just guarding your time and like making sure that the people around you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't talk to me when I'm writing.
Yeah, exactly. I cannot write around the rest of my family generally, like while my little sister is awake at least. Once she's in bed, then I can like put in my headphones and my parents will know, like, oh, she's writing, just leave her or whatever. But I can't just in the middle of the day. I can do school like that. Like I can have my headphones, I can do school around everybody, not a problem. Writing, I'm like, I'm not gonna get anything done.
That's funny. I didn't used to be like that. Like I used to be able to just write like no matter what was going on around me. But now I like to like go to my room, close my door, like noise bothers me. I don't know what changed, but I also have a bad habit of like if I'm writing when people are around, I'll just like stare at them while I'm thinking. And it like creeps them out so much. So I'll just be working like and then they're like, what? Like, do I have something? What is wrong? And I don't even know I'm doing it.
That's hilarious.
In the ballpark. Oh, yeah. Okay. So you agree. Since we're still talking about writing-ish stuff, it's probably a little different. Like, we're still in the writer zone.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of the writer zone, what do you feel like for the next one?
I feel like another 30-minute one is good for me.
Okay, that works for me. That's why I can't write in coffee shops. That's fair. Yeah,
that
Candace,
is fair.
you do that though, right? You like the coffee shop thing, and we've done that.
I like coffee shops. I have done it, but honestly, the last like while, it's been more I just do school in coffee shops. I haven't been like writing as much. So I don't know, but I feel like it's different with me in coffee shops because it's like strangers. It's not like I'm being like I'll usually have music. I'm not great about just like whatever the background noise. If I actually have to focus on writing or something, I do need to have my headphones. But besides that, like I was even impressed with myself. I went to the mall the other day to get some work done. This wasn't writing, it was school, but I actually forgot my headphones at first. I ended up going back to the car for them. I was so annoyed. Got my tea, I got like my food and everything, and I sit down to do work and I forgot my headphones. But I was impressed. I lasted like a solid 15 minutes just kind of tuning out the din around me, and it was just all kind of background noise. Like I didn't try to pick anything out and I kind of concentrated. So I think I can do it. It definitely is not like peak productivity, but
Right. Maybe you just have to practice in like 15-minute increments and then you'll develop the skill. Sounds like the solution.
Fair enough.
All right, we're going 30 minutes for our next one. And then maybe a shorter one to close?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'm going to try not to break my back this time. I'm like sitting terribly on my bed and it's not great.
Good idea. Please don't break your back. No heart attacks and no broken backs.
Good plan.
All right, everybody. Good luck. Happy writing. that was sprint number 3, and I forgot to put up the sprint number 3 caption. Oops. There we go. It's a little late. That's fine.
1 second. I'm trying to pause my music. There we go.
Nice. What do you listen to when you write? Does it have words? Like music with words or like ambient music?
No, I can once in a while do that, but I can't really do that. I just listen to instrumental playlists on like YouTube or whatever, like Dark Academia. I don't even know, classical playlists, I guess.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That raises a question. Dark Academia, is that just like a genre? Like, what is that? Because I see that and it's like, oh, that sounds cool, but I wasn't sure if it was something like weird. Like, is it just kind of like a genre of music or like a vibe?
I think it's like a vibe. Like, what do you call it? An aesthetic, kind of.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, it's also just a music, like, I always look up, or not always, but often I'll just look up, like, Dark Academia music playlists or whatever. And it's generally just, it tends to be classical music, but that is more often minor tones than major. So there's also, like, light academia, but I find, from what I've heard, the difference is that light academia is more like light, like major sounding songs, like maybe like happier classical music. I don't know. So yeah, but it is an aesthetic in the sense that like some people dress in like a dark academia aesthetic, where they'll have, it'll be like the collared shirts or the pleated skirts or like the darker colors, kind of the academia, like
okay. Yeah.
Vibe. Yeah.
Okay, I think I can picture what you mean by that. Interesting. Okay, now I know.
If you just look it up on Pinterest, there's like a whole bunch of ideas.
Yeah, okay. I think I have seen stuff like that on Pinterest. 618 words, that sprint. Nice. That's awesome.
I'm actually really curious.
It's 100% vibe. An aesthetic. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I just wasn't sure if it was like a specific thing. Like, is that like a book series or something? Like, I just never heard the term dark academia, but that makes sense. Is it right to be slightly concerned I hardly find anyone who listens to music with lyrics? Like in general, or people that listen to music with lyrics when they write? Because those are very different things.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Like, I love music with lyrics, but not while I'm writing. Oh, while writing. Okay, you clarified. Hardly find anyone who listens to music. No, I feel like that makes sense because it's just so much more distracting. Like, I want to sing when there's music with lyrics, and I can't sing and write at the same time. Wish I could.
Yeah, if I do, it has to be Burning Beethoven. It has to be like songs I don't know at all. It has to be just like a random like coffee shop songs playlist or something, like off of YouTube or off of Apple Music or whatever. Because then, I mean, if I don't know the song, then obviously I can't easily sing along. But even so, it is very distracting. I have to be in a special mood to want to listen to music with words while I like write or do school or something.
Yeah, for sure. Burning Beethoven is not something I'd expect ever in my life. That's, you know what, me neither, but it rolls off the tongue. I like it. I think it's catchy. # Burning Beethoven. Shalom. Hi, Josh.
Welcome.
Thank you for joining us. Shalom, shalom. That's awesome. Oh man, I'm so glad that it was productive for everybody. I feel like it wasn't as productive as my last sprint. Like the last one, I think I did get like 1,000 words, but this one I didn't get that far. I'm running into trouble because I'm actually getting into like the nitty gritty of my conversation between my two main characters, and like I think I know how I want it to play out, but as I'm writing it, it's like, is this working? I don't know.
Yeah, that's tricky.
Oh, you do listen to songs with lyrics.
Nice.
Wow, that's like that is.
I'm just gonna bring another task.
Oh. Wow. I feel like your brain, you're just in like another bracket. You're just a level up.
That's cool.
That's very impressive.
I mean, I know, like, my sister, she works from home, and she'll, like, almost always have just a playlist of songs, like, with words, playing in the background while she works. So I know it's not exactly the same. It's not that she's not, like, writing all day. But I know for some people, it does help them focus to have that. So every brain is just different.
Wow, that is, like, so cool. I wonder if that's something that you can practice. I'm procrastinating on the actual writing part, and I've worked on the website and recorded some banjo. Amazing.
Cool.
You're just recording some banjo. That's fantastic. Is that for your country song? Heart Attacks and Broken Backs?
I laughed so hard at that. I saw that in the middle of the, like, writing sprint, and I was just dying.
I'm so glad that I could help you with the title for your country song. Just, yeah.
It's worth my broken back.
Yeah. Music is a great way to put you in whatever mood you want to convey. That is true.
No,
yes, that is true. It is now.
Oh man,
love it. But yeah, my go-to for music when I'm writing like fantasy stuff is the Kaladin soundtrack for the Stormlight Archive. Have you ever listened to that, Candace? Have I showed you that?
What? No.
There's a soundtrack for the Way of Kings book. So it's like each song goes with a part of the book. And I mean, it's not, the length wouldn't match up. Like you couldn't read the song in real time while you're, or listen to the song.
Read the chapter.
Yeah. But like, it's just, it matches like the vibe and you can hear the beats of what's going on in the scene in the song. So cool.
That's so cool. Wait, so is that on YouTube or is that on like Apple Music or something?
It's like on Apple Music. It would probably be on, no, it wouldn't be on YouTube because they probably
Wait. So what's it called again?
Kaladin.
How do you spell that?
Kaladin. I'll put it in the chat.
Kaladin. Oh my goodness! I see it. Okay. I'm listening to that now. I'm so excited.
I can't believe I haven't told you about that before. My bad.
Yeah, me too. Sometimes if I need a cool like fantasy, like while I'm reading, I like to listen to different music based on what I'm reading sometimes. To like be in the background. I don't know, and sometimes I just want silence. But when I want like fantasy-ish, I either listen to Harry Potter music. I have a playlist of like my favorite. I mean, just the general soundtracks are good too, but I have like my kind of favorite moody ones.
Nice.
Or Narnia soundtracks are pretty good too. Or the Interstellar soundtrack is super cool.
I've done that one. Avatar is also pretty good.
Oh, I've heard that
pretty extensively. I've used Avatar a lot for like schoolwork, not so much for writing stuff, but I don't know, I like it. Or Planet of the Apes. But Planet of the Apes is a little like jarring. Like I was trying to listen to it while working the other day, and there are parts of it that are like just nice, and then there are really like aggressive parts that make it kind of hard to
like calm down.
Yeah, but I do love Planet of the Apes, so I mean, I enjoyed it anyway. But okay, so you have playlists for different moods, so you can get your brain in that mood to write. That makes sense to me. I haven't done it, but I aspire to that. Planet of the Apes is a writing soundtrack. I like it. I don't know. It just makes me happy, but maybe that's because I just really like those movies a lot. I don't know.
Could be.
And very, like, especially if you're writing, like, a battle scene, there are lots of really good songs. And I think it's the second one. So that would be, like, Rise of the Planet of the Apes or Dawn of the Planet, or I get them mixed up. The second one, though. The second one. Good songs for writing a battle. Just for future reference. Yeah.
I avoid battles at all costs because I'm terrified to write them. But that's another thing. This time around, I'm like, I cannot avoid conflict because that's what makes things good. That's what the intense parts are, what you're like, oh, that was a great scene, something to work with. No, I just thought I could get away with like hiding and avoiding everything. And I'm like, you can't.
No, it's just not as exciting. Like you do need
Not.
some action, but action is hard to write. Like it's definitely. I would rather write like a lot of conversation and have a lot of like,
same.
emotional forward movement than
Mhm.
have to write like action. For some reason, it just really bogs me down. Like even though the moment might be moving quickly, it doesn't flow for me the same way that like just conversation would. But there are ways to get better at that. And there's a book, I think it's called Fight Right. I forget who the author is, but she has like a podcast and a book on specifically like writing fight scenes. And,
Wow.
like, do it well and like things to think about. And I think she even like teaches fighting, like a few different like disciplines of fighting. So she knows what she's doing. Yeah. I want to like listen to the podcast, especially for like hand-to-hand combat kind of stuff. Like I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just making things up when I write those scenes and normally try and like gloss over it, like not get too specific because I don't know what they're doing. But
yeah,
I'm sure that would be really helpful. I just need to like, yeah. Is it Fight Right with an R or is it Fight Right with W? I can't remember.
Oh, that would make sense. I don't know. I'm just searching it up on Apple Podcasts to see.
I think it's with a W. I think it's
Fight Right. Carla Hodge.
That is it. Yeah.
Fighting monsters, fight scenes step by step, threatening with a weapon, writing with action. Cool. Female serial killers. Wow, she goes into everything.
I mean, what more could you possibly need for writing purposes?
Yeah. Nice.
I've listened to a couple episodes, but I would like to listen to more. And I know she does like, some stuff at conferences. She was at Realm Makers a couple years ago, which is cool.
Cool.
Oh, yeah. No worries. Yeah, for sure. Like, check those things out because she really knows what she was talking about. I was really impressed. And I was surprised, like, wow, like, there's someone out there that does this. Like, just talks about, like, fighting and how to write it. Like, that's amazing. So helpful. Most of us are just, like, nerdy people sitting at our desks. We've never fought anyone in our lives. And we're just making stuff up here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, all of my fighting knowledge comes from movies or books. So,
which you can believe everything you see in a movie, obviously.
Obviously.
Okay, Josh has more insight for us. Okay, hear me out. Same high energy music to pump me up before sports. Okay.
Really?
Okay. Interesting. I sort of get that.
That's cool.
Are we talking instrumental or like rap? For context,
that's a fair question. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I feel like music that gets me focused versus music that gets me like hyped up to be active is very different. I actually do have a writing playlist on my phone. I haven't used it in a long time, but when I was a lot more consistent with writing, I listened to it almost every single time. And so I would always listen to it in order, and having the predictability of like knowing what's, coming next, it would like really get me into the zone and focused.
Oh, nice. I mean, that makes sense. Like, I don't know. I guess it's different for everybody, but. Sorry, Josh. I had to. We were talking about this earlier about rap, and that's hey. If rap gets you pumped up to write, that's cool. I'm sure I've listened to Hamilton before writing before, right?
Probably.
It's lyrics. They're so literary. So many words. It makes sense.
Exactly. Hamilton is an anytime listen for me.
I feel like I've burned it out at this point. Like I've just listened to it too many times, and I need to give it a break so that I can appreciate it again. I always do that to my music. It makes me so sad.
Oh, same. Hamilton's just like I listened to it too much at the beginning, and then I gave it a break, and now it's like every, I want to say like 2 months, I'll just listen to the whole soundtrack over the course of like 2 days, and then I'll be good for 2 months. Unless like, okay, one of the songs I'll like sing it in the shower or something. But like listening to it is just, spaced out.
I feel like for me, there were certain ones that I burned out right at the beginning, and then
same.
ones that I didn't listen to until like later. So like those ones I can still listen to now and be like, yeah, and like I'm rapping in my car on the way to school. But then the other ones like, nope, like I'm done with this
Nope.
song until like 4 years from now. I need a break.
Yeah, exactly. I think I actually heard from, maybe it was you that told me this. I was always starting at the beginning and just stopping halfway through because I ran out of time, or like next time I wanted to listen, I'd just start over again. And I think you said like, oh, why don't you start halfway through? Or I start halfway through and listen to the rest of it sometimes. And I started doing that, and that was like the best thing I've ever done, because I've done that with other soundtracks too. And it balances it, so then I wouldn't get more sick of one half than the other.
Exactly. I'm always so scared of that. So I try and mix it up so that I don't like get sick of like just one half and then I like the rest. But yeah, I'm very like strict with myself about my music. I'll like deliberately like, no, this album is just for the summer. So if a song from this album comes on in the winter, I'm like, no, it doesn't matter how much I want to listen to it. I am saving it for like May or whenever summer starts.
That's hilarious.
Adventures in Odyssey is the perfect way to mix it up. Yes, that's true. So true. My brother and I just binged like 4 albums of Adventures in Odyssey that we got for Christmas.
Sweet.
So good. Oh, I love Odyssey. That's my childhood. Not my childhood. It's my still today.
It was your childhood. It is continuing to be your adulthood.
Yes, pretty much.
It's a constant.
Yeah. Do we want to do 15 for our last one?
Sure, yeah, to wind things down.
I feel like my mind is already slowing down, so I wouldn't be able to do it anyway productively.
That's fair. I don't really know how I would do. This last one felt a little bit less productive, but I think it's just because I spent the first bit like planning. I had to like draw a little map and then figure out like from her vantage point, my main character's vantage point, what is she seeing, and realistically, you know, like how's that gonna work and stuff.
Okay.
So half the time I was just like, I don't know, you could probably see me like moving around. I was just like, wait, she's here and that's there, and then wait, no, but she sees that. Okay.
You need to act it out.
I really do.
Like kinetic writer.
Yeah.
Are you guys ready?
I am ready.
Alrighty. Let's do it.
There we are. I think you're muted still.
Thank you.
Again. There you go.
But that's weird because I clicked it off to get the bird sound, and then I must have immediately muted myself again. That is really weird.
Strange.
But good. I'm really glad that we didn't shock you with the birds. See, you're onto us. You're like a veteran at this point. You know how it works. Mm-hmm. How did that go for everybody?
It was very good for me. I had to finish mid-sentence, so I'll be finishing that sentence after this. But I'm trying to count my word count, and I can't see where I started.
Yeah, I should check too. But I also don't remember where I started. Sigh.
I think I was about here. 3:08. Not bad.
Oh, nice. In 15 minutes? That's good.
Yeah.
Were you able to get where you wanted to get tonight, or are you still
mostly? Let's see. I made today, during a break at work, I made a list of what I wanted to accomplish. Yeah, no, I had very lofty goals for myself. I didn't make those, but I finally finished. Not like the scene. It's like a main scene, but there's like sections that I kind of broke it up into.
Oh, okay.
I got through kind of like the first movement or whatever, the first section that I wanted to get through, which I've been struggling with for a while, not knowing what to do with it. So I am very happy with how productive I was.
Sweet. I am so happy to hear that. That is very exciting. I've been around the block. If you write horror, how do you do it? I'm trying to write a horror short story and it's not vibing with me. I am the wrong person to ask.
Yeah, I have no idea.
But have we read any horror? Have you read House, Candace? Did you ever read House?
Yes, I've read House.
I've read some other Ted Dekker stuff.
Yeah, okay. Are those horror, though, or like psychological thriller? Like The Bride Collector and Bone Man's Daughter are the two daughters, Bone Man's Daughters, are the two like most intense Ted Dekker books I've ever read. But I think they might more be psychological thrillers. They are intense. They're not for the faint of heart, but...
No. That's not my vibe, so I can't advise you. I don't know. Have you ever written horror before? Or is this like you're trying it out for the first time? So not very... I'm assuming you meant spooky. Just kind of leave events with some descriptions. Kind of coming off as lame. Sigh. But maybe that's just because you're listing them, you're not like hashing them out. Like they could still be good when you actually like write them. Put some meat on the bones.
Giving it a whirl. That's okay. I gotta start somewhere.
Yeah. Do you like? Are you familiar with the genre though? Like, do you like watch it or like? Like, do you know kind of how it works? Because I don't. Like, House would be the only thing remotely close to horror that I think I read. And that like it didn't work.
Very mild.
I would not read that book again. I still think about that book sometimes, and it's like
really.
Yeah,
I would read it again. I would. I think
I was just. It weirded me out so much, and I didn't get it. So maybe I just wasn't like in the right like life stage to understand the implications of what were going on. Like, because I feel like there was like a spiritual message behind it, right? At the end. I don't know. I don't want to spoil it, but I just
I actually don't remember it very much. Maybe that's why I'm like, I'd read it again because I don't remember it. Yeah, I have no idea. I just remember it was intense, but like I liked the intensity. I like some intensity. Like I'm okay with, I don't know, intense movies or whatever. I wouldn't choose like a horror movie or anything like that, but I don't mind the suspense.
That makes sense. Okay, so you're trying to so yeah, you know the genre, but translating into writing, that makes sense. I would also struggle with that.
Yeah.
Cressida, I only caught the last 2 minutes of the sprint, but I'm outlining mystery. Oh, nice. Also, Cressida, I love that name. That makes me think of Troilus and Cressida. Oh, that's such a cool name. Wow. Do you get Cress for short?
Ooh.
That would make me really happy if you did.
If I named my kid Cressida, that would be Cress growing up.
Oh, yes. You can do it. I believe that you can write this. It's just maybe read more horror books to see how it's done, like some Stephen King. I don't know. I haven't read any Stephen King, so I don't know what his writing is like, but I do know that he doesn't plot his books beforehand, which I think I would have a problem with, but
what?
I don't know. It seems to be working for him, so.
Yeah, honestly.
Horror is all about building dread and anticipation, working on the worry and concern rather than jump scare. Okay. You don't see the monster, you just know it's lurking. Oh, okay. So the power is in the dread building. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thanks. I can't take credit. It was my little brother. My younger brother. And
little brother who's a head taller than you.
Yeah, who's like way taller than me. He did a really great job. I will tell him that you complimented it. Thank you so much. Depends. Some friends call me Cress. Sid. I didn't even think of that.
Oh yeah, Cress, Sid. I guess I can see that.
Both are cool. Oh man, I love that name. That's so cool. Well, I'm glad that you popped in, even if it was just for the last 2 minutes of the sprint. Sorry that you missed the rest of it, but I'm still glad you came. And I think I am burned out. I can't do any more writing tonight. My family is currently watching Chesapeake Shores, and I think I'm going to go and jump on that bandwagon because that's what I feel like doing right now. But first, Josh asked a question, and Candace, I feel like we need to acknowledge it. Where is it? Best episode of Adventures in Odyssey. Off the top of your head, go.
Oh man, I am not the right I have some favorite episodes, but I never remember the names of the episodes.
Oh, okay.
But
what happened in it? I might know.
Okay, there was this one. It was one that I had on my iPod when I was a kid, and I would listen to it over and over again. It was like a mystery. It was like when they were all on the train, and I think was. Okay, wait, who was there? It was Eugene and Connie. I think Whit was there as well. And then there were some new characters there. But then in the end, okay, sorry for spoiling if people have not listened to this. It turns out it was like a drama production. Was it Wooten? I think it might have even been Wooten. Oh, no, it wasn't Wooten. It was Eugene. He had like a drama club or something that he was part of, or students. He had drama students or something. It was the randomest thing, and they were like playing this trick on the train where they pretended that like people died. I think it was a play on like Murder on the Orient Express or something like that. But it was like actually pretty intense.
Why do I not I've listened to every episode. Like, how do I not know what that is?
It's a pretty old episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have no idea. I don't think I have it on my phone, so I don't know what it's called. I'm gonna try and look it up.
You need to
see if I can find it and I'll tell you later if I can find the name. But yeah, that's the one that's coming to mind. I haven't listened to Adventures in Odyssey in a long time, but that one sticks out in my mind. And the whole Novacom series.
Oh yeah, those are
really good.
How about you? Off the top of my head, other than Novacom and those sagas, the one that just comes to mind is A License to Drive, where Connie has to teach Eugene how to drive. That just, I love that one. That's so iconic.
So true. Goodness. There was also A Tangled Web, I think it was called. It was like a love triangle or something. Is it a love triangle? No. I'm thinking of the wrong one. It wasn't called The Tangled Web. Oh, see, the thing is, since I didn't, there's some that I listened to over and over again, but even so, it was years ago. So I, have these vague ideas, but I don't know it clearly. So I have to, think about it. But anyway, I should go back and listen to them again. I miss that.
That's your homework. I need the episode name of the one on the train, because I don't think that I ever heard that. Definitely. I feel like I would remember that. But hopefully that's a satisfying answer, Josh.
Yes.
Yeah, they're classic. And Josh, if you know that train episode, tell me.
Yeah, do you know the train? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, the Underground Railroad, that one was really good. Oh yes.
Oh yes.
Blackard.
Jason Whittaker is such a good character.
And he doesn't age. He's still like 35, even
Wow, that's
30
amazing.
years later. Yeah, they're in the most recent album that we just listened to. He's still doing like spy things. It's like, how old are you people? There's a time warp in Odyssey for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with it. Anyway, though, we should let y'all go. Thank you so much for joining us and for writing with us. I'm so glad that it was productive for people, and you guys always really inspire me to be more productive, so I appreciate it. And Josh will get back to me on the training one if he thinks of it. Both of you need to.
Yes. I'll do that research tonight. Don't worry.
For sure. See you, everybody. Have a great night.
Bye.